When you're staring at a cramped laundry closet and the idea of a full-size washer and dryer side by side feels like a joke, the hesitation is real. You wonder if a stacked unit will actually fit, if the tech will make life easier, and whether you're paying for a gimmick instead of real value. I'm not here to hype the specs, I'm here to walk through what it's like to live with this machine day after day, so you can decide if it's the right fit for your home. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the most obvious reason people look at the LG WashTower is the space-saving design. A single 4.5 cuffed front-load washer perched on a 7.4 cuffed gas dryer means you trade a whole wall of floor space for a vertical footprint. In a typical one-bedroom apartment, that can be the difference between a usable hallway and a laundry nook that forces you to shuffle boxes every week. Installation does require a gas line for the dryer, so you'll need a professional to hook it up in a vent that can handle the exhaust. If your building already has a gas hookup in the closet, the transition is painless, otherwise, the extra labor can push the overall cost up quickly. The smart part is where the tower tries to justify the premium price. LG's ThinQ app lets you start, pause, and monitor cycles from your phone, and it even sends alerts when a load is done. In practice, I found the notifications useful when I'm out running errands. I can pull the dryer cycle early to avoid a pile of damp shirts. The Wi-Fi connectivity, however, isn't a miracle cure for every glitch. On a spotty home network, the app can lag, and the machine sometimes defaults to the basic control panel. It's not a deal-breaker, but it means the smart experience depends heavily on a stable router and a bit of patience. Cleaning performance is where the washer's reputation is truly tested. The 4.5 cuffed drum is on the smaller side for families, but the front-load design still delivers the kind of deep agitation you expect from a modern LG. I ran a mix of cotton tees, synthetic workout gear, and a few heavy denim jeans. The wash cycles left the cotton shirts bright and the synthetics free of lingering odor, while the denim came out soft enough not to need an extra tumble. The dryer's gas heating is quick dry cycles finished about 15 minutes faster than an electric counterpart I've used, which is a real time saver when you're juggling multiple loads. So, who should actually consider buying this tower? If you live in a small apartment, a condo, or a house where the laundry room is more of a closet than a room, the vertical footprint alone makes it a compelling option. It also appeals to tech-savvy users who already enjoy controlling appliances from their phone and want the convenience of remote cycle management. On the other hand, if you have a large family that does several loads a week, the 4.5 cuffed washer can feel cramped, and you'll likely end up doing 2 loads instead of 1. Buyers on a tight budget should also pause. The integrated unit commands a price point that rivals 2 separate high-end machines, and the added cost of professional gas line installation can push the total well beyond the sticker price. The strengths of the WashTower are pretty concrete. The stacked form factor really does free up floor space, and the shared control panel means you can switch from wash to dry without hunting for a separate button set. The gas dryer's faster heat translates into shorter drying times, which can be a noticeable energy saver if you run it often. The ThinQ app, when it works smoothly, adds genuine convenience, especially for those who forget to move clothes from washer to dryer promptly. But the weaknesses are just as tangible. The initial price is steep, and the low average rating, just 2.8 out of 5 stars from a handful of reviewers, suggests that early adopters have hit some snags. Common complaints in the limited feedback revolve around the complexity of the Wi-Fi setup and occasional error codes that require a service call. Because the unit is a single piece, a malfunction in the dryer could take the whole tower offline, meaning you lose both wash and dry capability until it's fixed. Also, the gas dryer mandates proper venting. Without it, you risk moisture buildup and reduced efficiency, which can be a hidden cost if your current setup isn't already equipped. When you weigh the price against the actual daily benefit, the value proposition hinges on how much floor space you truly need to reclaim and how much you'll use the smart features. If you're paying for the stack,